Coming back live to Richmond, we're watching 33. That is Gidley. He has won twice this season. He presently leads the points, but right now he's back in 7th, qualifying 10th. And he's back there in 7th position. Now he's moved up to 6th position. There is a good battle for that position. Tim Dewitt was just below him there. So your points leader, a two-time winner this year out of 3 events, now in 6th position. Poop goes by a lap car, continues to ride in the 2nd position. 20 laps now complete. This is a 50-lapper, a $10,000 purse with $3,000 going to the winner.
Yeah, Poop's in 2nd. Jim Guthrie is still in 3rd. And the 61 car, John Philpake, is still running in 4th position.
There is Gidley in the 33 car. A lot of sparks. The line that he is running, he is showing a lot of sparks.
Well, there is, of course, right going into 1, there's a bump up there with these cars. And, of course, these cars are set up much lower to the ground than, oh, boy, there's a lot of sparks right there. That thing drug all the way through the corner that time.
There you can see the lights on the ground. Just an excellent racing facility here at Richmond.
And, of course, Musco Lighting, they've been putting up those kind of lights in a lot of racetracks down in the south, and they've really done a tremendous job. They're expensive, but they're very good lights. You can see right there, again, those top guys running up front. He's really, he's throwing sparks all the way through. He must have the race car so low to the ground that every time it takes a set going in the corner, something on the right rear just rubs all the way through the corner.
There's Dewitt on the inside, the black 00. The black and yellow 00 makes a nice textbook pass on the inside.
Yeah, he set him up. He's been following him for 2 or 3 laps trying to get that. Boy, it does look like
it's like a Formula 1 race.
Yes, it does. It's pretty spectacular going into turn 1.
Well, back up in the front of the pack, it's status quo. Jimmy Kianis out of Escondido, California, in the 9 car continues to run up in front.
David Poop has not lost any ground to him. For a while, he was dropping back, but it seems that right now, he's keeping up pretty good and staying about 3 or 4. Oh,
we have a spin. We have a spin and a yellow flag, and a spin coming through turn 4, and we cannot even tell you what number that is right now. You can see that rear wing has been knocked off. The driver trying to, I think, drive the car back to the pit area. It is car number 46. It is indeed car number 46.
Gary Schwander.
Gary Schwander. He is from Wayne-Scott, New York, and Gary, you can see he's ripped that wing off, but apparently beyond that and a flat left rear, there may not be a lot of damage.
Yeah, it probably looks a whole lot worse than it really is when you have that wing dragging on behind you. Of course,
it may be dragging debris around the racetrack, too. But
well, it doesn't look like it. You know, when all the wheels are turning and, you know, it's not real bad. He's got a flat left rear tire.
Oh, well, there he just ejected the wing. And coming up next weekend, the Loctite Sprint, the Skull Midgets, a big doubleheader from one of our favorite racetracks, Winchester, Indiana. That's on Saturday. Also, the Skull Western States Midgets from Oildale. That's Bakersfield, California. And Sunday, the USAC SCCA Formula 4 2000s at Watkins Glen, New York. And here's what happens when you're dragging a wing around the racetrack. You just kind of spit off the extra weight as you turn into the corner.
Kind of like Batman hitting the ejection button, isn't it? Boom, gone.
Well, we'll have to send a truck down to pick that one up.
You know, the next Silver Crown race is at Terre Haute, Indiana, the Sumar Classic on July 7th. And, of course, that's the first time they've run at the Terre Haute racetrack for quite some time. It ought to be another big Silver Crown race, and I know everybody's looking forward to that.
Once again, he is in the pit area. There's the number 46 wing.
That Sumar Classic is part of a big Indiana Sprint Week, or Speed Week. The sprint cars are Kokomo on Wednesday night, the midgets in Winchester on Thursday, and of course Saturday they will be the sprint cars at Paragon as well as the dirt cars at Terre Haute on Friday night, the 7th of July.
Well, the Pontiac Pace car has led a number of laps under yellow here with both the True Value Silver Crown cars and the Formula 2000 cars. We have at least 2 laps before we go green as they continue to work around the racetrack.
We might make mention of these guys that are in the track crews. They've done a terrific job here. When Jimmy Sills hit the wall up there, there was water and fluid and everything all over the racetrack up there. They were there very, very quickly. They got that fluid cleaned up very quickly. They didn't let it run all the way down the racetrack. These guys have done a very good job in some pretty tough situations.
You know, we've talked a lot over the years about some of our favorite race drivers from years gone by, and Bobby Grimm had to be one of those. Unfortunately, we lost Bobby Grimm last Wednesday, our tribute to him. The year was 1947, and a 23-year-old kid from Coal City, Indiana, Bobby Grimm, landed a ride in one of the best sprint cars in the Midwest, the Hector Honori-owned City of Roses Sprinter, named for the cash crop in Honori's hometown of Pana, Illinois. 6 years later, Honori had a new car, a new sponsor in Bardol, but Grimm was still behind the wheel. This car, which would become known as the Black Deuce, carried Grimm to 186 IMCA feature wins and 4 straight championships. With a Rookie of the Year title at Indy in '59, Bobby earned a starting berth in the next 10 Indy 500s. He was the key driver who helped develop the turbocharged Offie engine in 1966 and was the last to make the IndyCar starting field in a front-engine roadster. His final Indy ride was a 10th place finish in the Gene White rear-engine Offie in 1968. Bobby Grimm survived a near-fatal heart attack a couple of years ago and for the last few months had fought bravely against cancer. The checkered flag flew on his storied career Wednesday morning.
The Speed World presentation of Saturday Night Thunder has been brought to you by Quaker State, the intelligent oil for longer engine life. Hey, I want to say thanks to the CarQuest folks for the onboard cameras tonight. Got some great pictures to show you here. If you want to find out the location of your nearest dealer, give them a call, 1-800-492-PART. How about Jimmy Chan has started this thing from the pole, has led every lap. We're 30 in, 20 to go, and nobody has yet moved up to challenge the 20-year-old, the Primus Racing entry out of Escondido, California. 6-year racing veteran, started in the karts. And I'll tell you what, guys, up there in the booth, I talked to him before the race. He's got some previous experience on this kind of racetrack because they have run these cars at Charlotte Motor Speedway and Atlanta Motor Speedway. They run a little different kind of layout there. They put a little chicane-like kink down going into turn 1 on both racetracks. But the fact is, he does have some experience on these big sweeping bank corners. He's putting to good use tonight.
Only chicane we have here is the chicanery after the race, right?
Yeah, that's right.
There's the green flag. We are racing again. 31 laps now complete, 19 laps to go. And Dave, with that experience on that Charlotte track, let's see if he can hold them back.
Again, he just jumps out to a lead every time the green flag comes out. He seems to really have things under control. We just saw Phil Haggis who just went around into the 3rd position.
They started in 6th. He's now up to 3rd. That's that black number 61 car. Phil Haggis from Jamaica, New York, rides in the 3rd position now.
He looked very strong after the last restart, moved up, and then he kind of lost a couple of spots after a couple of laps. So we'll see if he can hang on this time, see if he's as strong. He's running a lot higher groove than anybody else seems to be running, and seems to like it up there.
Well, of course, there's some good rubber left in the Silver Crown race up there, so it may be a good groove for him.
Yeah, you don't want to get too high. Once you run that high groove, you get just a little too high, pick up those marbles, then you're in big trouble. But right now, he seems to be running very good. All 4
of a good shootout for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, but right now, Kiana's out in front in that number 9 car with about 10, 12 car lengths now between 1st and 2nd. Here's a battle for the 3rd spot.
Philip Haggis got high. Guthrie got underneath him as they went in there. He got almost up into those marbles we talked about before, and once he did, Guthrie just went right on by.
At that point there, coming off into the backstretch, he had to pull in behind him, let him have that position. Well, Guthrie moves to 3rd.
We talked about that before, how tight it is over there, and even if these cars are a little bit smaller, it's still tight. It's very narrow, and you've got to give way. You can't run on the outside there too many times, although we did see Jack Hewitt do it a couple of times. Man, oh man, look at this. Still throwing sparks.
That's Gidley in 33, and once again, as we showcased him earlier, he was sparking a lot. So no matter where he runs the racetrack, he's throwing his sparks. That car is very low spark.
He's got the thing pretty low to the racetrack.
Once again, Jimmy continues to lead this thing. Oh man, look at the sparks there. The green and white number 9. There was that bump we talked about entering turn 1. He was on the high side, but continues to dominate. And when I say dominate, the viewer says, well, Gary, he's only out by 6, 8, 10 car lengths, but really on this size of a racetrack, that's the size of a lead.
That's a pretty good lead, and the big thing is they don't seem to be able to catch him. As we take another look at Gidley, he's working very hard trying to get around Enos right there, and he can get right to him. He can get all over the backside of him, but he just can't find a place to get around him.
Gidley is, he almost lost the rear end right there.
Yeah, I just can't see that running a race car that low can help you at all. I don't see how when you're dragging it through the corner all the way through, it's got to upset the suspension. The suspension can't be working right when the race car is dragging the ground.
48 laps now complete, 12 laps to go in this 50-lap event to wrap up our USAC Twins doubleheader here on a special edition of the Thunder Series. Of course, we move back to Winchester, Indiana on Thursday, July the... Oh, look how close it is right there as your leader in heavy traffic. We move back to Winchester on July the 6th to see the revamped and much faster and much smoother Winchester Speedway.
Man, oh man, is that tight quarters there?
Well, of course, he had to keep the momentum up, but he had some tight racing through traffic. Number 40, it looks like he just, flew through that traffic jam, just got by for the lead. As we're watching the leader in heavy traffic, Book was able to go by, and now David Book from Long Beach, California, has the lead in that number 40, the black and white car. 10 laps to go.
Bill Pecos has moved up into third through all that, too. He got a break through that traffic. He moved up into third. And now then, that Book is out in the lead. It doesn't seem that Kianis is really gaining on him a whole lot. Whoever's out in front, seems like they're running almost identical speeds, and Book got that big break through that traffic, and Kianis doesn't seem to be able to gain much ground.
Well, but Book has some traffic out in front of him now with about 9 laps to go, so we could still see another bid for the lead, but it's going to probably come in traffic, as you say, Larry, because these cars are so evenly matched that once a guy gets the lead, well, here comes Book, closes down about, we should say, Kianis closes down about 5 car lengths.
Yeah, it looked like Book just got out of the throttle a little bit trying to find a place into that corner. When he did, 2 or 3 car lengths was made up by Kianis.
You know, when you're going through traffic, you make a decision. If it's the right decision, you're a hero. If it's the wrong decision, you're a zero.
That's right.
You've got just a moment to make that decision.
And right here, he's got 2 cars side by side, so he's really in a bind. He got out of the throttle just a little bit. When he did, look at Kianis. He got a big run on him. Now then, Kianis has got a little bit of a better shot going into turn 1.
Inside, there's a sandwich. They get by the lap car, and Book hangs on a lead. Pulls up behind the number 8 car of Jeff Beck out of Libertyville, Illinois. And he'll try to move by on the inside, makes the pass into turn 3. There's about 5-6 car lengths again between first and second.
Book did a nice job right there making Kianis get down. He got those left tires down below the yellow line. When he did it upset the chassis, he had to get out of the throttle. So Book did a nice job by keeping the preferred line, taking it away from Kianis going into turn 1 in lap 4.
Well, Bacchus continues to run in third position as the laps wind down. Now just over 5 laps to go. They complete lap 45, this time by.
Book again in lap traffic. All those first 4 cars right there together. Look at this, though. Kianis gets on the inside of him. Get up there.
Almost get together in turn 1.
Book again forced him down to the inside. Now then Kianis gets past. Is that Guthrie that just got around him? I think that's Guthrie that just went around him.
Pecos is right behind him. Look at this heavy traffic in the waning laps of this race. Now 46 laps complete, 4 laps to go. We're going to have a trophy dash.
Guthrie just took the lead. Kianis went into second. Book went from first to third, all because he got trapped behind that lap car coming off of turn 1. Before he got there, off of turn 4, before he got to turn 1, he had moved from first back into third position. And now Guthrie, who did not seem to have much of a chance to win this race, suddenly is pulled out into about a 5-car length lead. Oh, we got another crash up in turn 4.
And this race may end under yellow with 3 laps to go. A crash in turn 4. The yellow is out. Guthrie, your leader from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Car up against the fence in turn 4, and I don't think we can get this thing back under green.
And that looks like that's Enos. He was running up in the front of the race. He was running in the top 5 or 6 almost the whole race.
Is that 95 or 85? It is 95.
That is Enos. So he was in 5th spot when that happened.
And he's the local favorite from Martinsville, Virginia. He's trying to back the car. Oh, the checkered flag will be coming up the next time around for your leader who rides behind the pace car. So it was traffic that allowed Jim Guthrie out of Albuquerque, New Mexico to take the lead. In fact, in the second half of the race, all the passes came in traffic.
That's right. And sometimes you got a good break. Sometimes you got a bad break. So Jimmy Guthrie did a good job. Chris Pook, Jimmy Kianis, finished second. Chris Pook in third. A great job by both of them. But I'll tell you what, Guthrie was in the right place at the right time.
A win comes, you'll take it any way you can get it, and Guthrie with a big wave, he takes the win. Let's go trackside to Dave Despain.
Congratulations to Jimmy Guthrie with the F2000 victory, and to Jack Hewitt for an inspired win tonight. and the True Value Silver Crown Series. Thanks to all those Thunderheads for being here. We've certainly enjoyed coming to this beautiful racetrack to bring you Saturday Night Thunder. Looking forward to Winchester on July the 6th. For Gary Lee and Larry Rice, I'm Dave Despain saying that's it on Saturday Night from Richmond.